So what is up, guys? Got your boy Jess Stinger here today, and today we are back with some we're here with some reaction here today. Today we're gonna be reacting to the Hera trailer because she just dropped her trailer, and I've been waiting for it for quite some time. I'm waiting for this trailer to drop because I was gonna react to it, go over Hera as a character, and it's finally out, so we can definitely talk about that. We can talk about Hera. We can also talk about Hermes as well, because I actually do want to talk about a little bit about Hermes, because I actually do want to pull Hermes as well. Obviously, she's going to be on the banner, so I don't think I will have a problem with getting copies of Hermes, at least up to triple S or even just double S if preferred. But anyway, let's go ahead and watch the trailer. So I'm gonna put it on full screen and let's watch. Let's make sure we're watching this not at trash quality. Ooh. I love the outfit.
I shall bring this darkness its first ray of light.
And there she is, the Meta Destroyer herself.
Hear my orders. Let me enlighten you.
Those poor Bizbanes.
Let the light dance.
Those Bizbanes are getting cooked right now.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
No, Hermes.
That was close. You have a delivery. Just a moment, please. Let me come help. With the express delivery. Love and hope.
So does this explain their alt chain and why they're connected? All this because Hermes had to drop something off to her? That's kind of random. That's kind of random. Okay, there's the combo ult.
Ephemeral fantasy. Oh, so dizzy.
That's a good looking ult.
A person of true faith should behave and talk accordingly. And you, as my follower,
Your lip syncing is off.
caution to your manners.
What? What'd you just say to me? Excuse me, mommy. Is this what's going on? Is she giving me mommy vibes right now? She's saying what did she just say to me? She said I better control my manners. I'm a well-controlled, well citizen. Thank you very much. I'm not foaming at the mouth or anything right now. Alright, we have gameplay and game model.
Stars and the blooms of dawn. All that I did.
Dude, that model looks so good, dude. That like her model looks so good, dude. Like Jesus Christ, that model looks good.
Behold my dazzling splendor.
Ooh, good range.
Such ugliness should never exist. Reverberating daylight dawns.
So that's the buff, I think.
Rain speed is as important as
And
real
then
speed.
Hermes. Okay. Hold on. I didn't know Hermes was, well, I mean, yeah.
Slow. You've given me a ton of openings. Get ready.
Hermes seems like a lot of fun to play, dude. I can't wait to pull Hermes and use her. She seems so much fun.
Set out. It's Hera. Ephemeral phantom. Oh, so dizzy.
I love it. Okay, new part 2 event stuff. Okay. Fun running mini game with Hermes. This reminds me of the Scotty event where you had to drive the boat with Scotty. So I assume this is kind of the same thing where you're running as Hermes, and I guess you're gonna be collecting those little items. Is she avoiding the Visbanes or is she gonna attack the Visbanes is the question. Okay, new bosses. Ooh. Ooh. Hey, they look kind of nice. Hold on. So this is gonna be a fight that we just do outright. Okay. Okay, new functors. I couldn't get that word out. I like the artwork on those. And that is going to be that. So I did like the trailer. I like that trailer a lot. That was a very very cool trailer. Honestly though, what did she say to me? Anyway, I'm going back to the same thing. Anyway, I'm gonna pause the video here. We're gonna talk about Hera, and we'll be right back. All right, we are back, and here we are looking at the girl Hera. Now, what makes Hera so broken? Well, it's a very simple concept, and we're gonna explain it. So, we're gonna go over all the skills, talk about the big thing you should be focused on the most, and go on from there. Anyway, Hera is a light energy Olympus user, which is great. More light support is always good. So her basic attack does 5 streams of locked on light damage to the target, a max of 600%, or 578.3, but 580%. We can round up numbers around here. And it restores the energy per second, pretty good. Her skill 1 summons 5 meteor on the locked on target and dealing a area of damage of 1,000 up to 2,000% AoE light damage. Huh, that ain't bad. 2,000 on a light, that ain't bad. And then skill 2, this is the big move right here. Damages surrounding enemies worth the 960% of light damage while simultaneously increasing the attack of teammate with the highest attack for 20.5 up to maximum 40%, and it lasts for 15 seconds. Ooh, that's a long time. But there is a bit of an issue that we will talk about, and that is this extremely long cooldown here, but we can actually get that fixed with a few things, okay? So don't worry about that. Next up is the skill 3, which she summons the constellation Dubhe. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. I apologize. I'm very bad with names. Above the target bombarding enemies in the area while dealing a maximum of 3,000% light damage. Just some really good modifiers. Well, mods for damage. So, also, her dodge skill is she enters 0 time and summons 2 light arrows to assault the attacker, dealing a max of 60 up to 100% light damage every tick to the attacker. Okay, pretty good. Now let's talk about her ult. Her ult is what makes this really cool, which is team damage is increased by 14.4%, lasts for 12 seconds, refunds combat resources from Rage, Energy, Trace, Divine Grace for the next skill cast for then 10 seconds for the next team, and when self or teammate triggers 0 time, they obtain a set amount of ultimate charge. Now, why is that broken? You're probably wondering, it's only 30% damage. What's the big deal? What's the big deal? We're gonna talk about that when we get to the functor. Anyway, her ultimate skill chain, which is with obviously Hermes, as we saw in the video, it deals a maximum of 600% plus 15.38 Hermes ultimate skill level of wind damage, 100% of 100% as Hera plus 24.6% of Hera's light damage. On hit, team's damage increased by 14%, so same as the regular ult, but it is slightly more increased because it's 0.4 plus of Hera's ultimate skill level. Last 12 seconds, which is same, and a refund, the same thing, it will refund skills, but it apply a wind chase mark and increases the wind resistance by 30%. So, you know, just better support for wind, which I we talking about with Hermes. But anyway, let's talk about her skill tree. Her skill tree is skill 1 changes into a charge type skill, max 2 charges, and the skills in addition meteors. And the enemies hit by self skills will take more skill damage from self, allowing every hit to increase skill damage by 2%. Last 3 seconds, every stack will refresh duration for a maximum of 12 stacks. Not bad. When the damage increase from Aether code, which is from the second Aether code reaches 8%, self skill and crit rate and crit damage increases by 15%. Now, before you guys see that obvious tidbit at the right that says she's delegated to AI, there are some people that are going to want to manual her. Don't do that. Okay? Alright. Honestly, you really just want Hera to be your AI support. So, really building her for DPS is probably one of the worst things you can do. The only thing you should ever really put on your Hera is Fierce Assault 8. That's it. And then you want to kind of surround her with other things like skill cooldown for her ultimate so she can get her ultimate a little bit quicker, and dodge cooldown so she can dodge a little bit more consistently, because it's going to tie in very well with her functor. So there's that. So to be completely honest, Well, I am gonna talk about the red one too, just time to talk about the bonuses and stuff. These two are pretty much irrelevant. I'm just gonna say it now. It's irrelevant. I know you guys want to kind of know the information kind of quickly, but it's irrelevant. Like this stuff is like it's just there to be there. If you're gonna build DPS here, you're kind of just doing it for the meme, and that's it. It's just memes. But anyway, data pack damage is increased by 15%. Nice. When subroutine triggers 0 times, self damage is increased by 12%, and while in 0 time, set effect is increased by 12% every second for a max of 60%, and duration of 0 time triggered by self is increased by 2 seconds. Sorry, I just yawned there. A little bit sleepy because I just came home from work. But anyway, yeah. Pretty eh. So, let's talk about the blue one. Now, this is the one you want. This is the one you want. For example, in combat, skill 2's cooldown is decreased by 5%. Now that means, right? Now the buff here lasts for 15 seconds. This means with the blue 1 node, this becomes a 20-second cooldown, which means there's only 5 seconds of dead time from the skill 2. However, just to let you guys know, in the future, we will get a system called Warp Enhancements. Basically, it's a secondary buff that you could put on a certain sigil depending on its placement. So certain sigil slots can unlock a specific thing. And this does tie into her, making her even better. So if you think having that 5 seconds of downtime can be a pain, I don't think so. It's definitely not going to be a problem, especially once we get warp enhancements, which I don't think is too far away. I think someone said it's patch 1.4 or patch 1.5. I have to go back and recheck my sources on that. But if it's patch 1.4, which is obviously when Hades comes into play, then it's definitely going to be super free for her, because at the end of the day, there is a cooldown mechanic that you can, there's a skill that reduces the cooldown even further of her skill 2 and warp enhancements that you can get from her warp enhancement selection. So the 5 seconds of cooldown that is there is not going to be a permanent problem for Hera. I know a lot of people say that that's a bit of an issue with her, but that's not really going to be an issue. Another people say that Hera is also a energy hungry unit, and to alleviate that, the best thing you can do is wait till the 1.5 set comes out, because there's a set that comes out, I think it's called Victor's Peon is the name of the set. I think that's the set that comes out from Marduk, where it gives her accelerated energy refill rate when her skills are in cooldown, which means that can really help maintain her energy. Because all things considered, she is pretty hungry with her energy cost, because as you can see, skill 3 is a big 40 energy costing move, and it's not like you're just gaining energy just out the wazoo. You're definitely not, so you have to make sure, but at least only needing 10 energy to maintain the buff is just good. If this was like 30 energy, she might have problems depending on what her AI wants to do, but the fact that it's only 10, again, not gonna worry too much about it. Anyway, let's go over the rest of it. So skill 2 will no longer target self. When casting skill 2, self attack increases by 25%, lasts for 15 seconds. So basically, it will no longer target self, but it will target usually the party leader, because you can set her AI to do that. And with the combination of her chip code, so she would give the ally, which is your leader, 25% attack up, and then she would give you a 40% attack up buff if you have maximum level on the skill 2. And skill 2's target attack will be further boosted, so that means you're gonna get more attack by the equivalent of 25% of self attack. This is why you want Fierce Assault 8 on her. You want to get Hera as much attack as you can get her. I know a lot of people say that you should not build a support for attack, but this scale is way too good off of her buff to not pass up. Now obviously you don't want things like crit rate and crit damage on her. I again recommend that you go for the following when you're building Hera. I recommend you just go Fierce Assault 8. You can go dodge cooldown, and you can go ultimate charge speed up. I think those are the kind of the things that I'm going to be doing, and I kind of messing around when I show off my Hera build and stuff. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do a showcase, because again, she's really delegated to AI. So making a video to showcase her strengths might be a little bit hard. I might just run her with Hell and, you know, just show how good of a DPS she is, but still. Anyway, how much of a support she is, my bad. But yeah, let's go and talk about her signature functor, which this is this little beauty right here, which reads the following. When equipped by S Hera, the dodge effect is changed to a different attack. It's obviously not translated, so there's that dodge is guaranteed to trigger the dodge effect, which is the new changed effect. And holding the dodge key will consume 30 energy to trigger dodge effect an additional time. Can be triggered once per 24 seconds, which again makes her more energy hungry. But again, we have ways to fix it if you just give her energy refund and you just wait till that 1.5 set drops and stuff like that. So, self or teammates under skill 2 effects will have their damage dealt increased by 32% plus 8 per transcendence while in 0 time. Now this part right here is what makes Hera's ult so strong. This last little tidbit of text right here is what is going to drive most people to run Hera in teams, because that damage boost is going to enable a lot of units to be way more functional in terms of DPSing. You could say other units like early soccer, for example, was a great attack buffer, but this is just straight up having their damage boosted, which is a big difference. And with the combination of someone who's really already strong right now, like Hell, or someone like Scotty, or even if you want DPS Levi, I'd say, or Suku, there's a lot of great DPSs that we have right now that can really just utilize this buff. Even right now in the wind department, we have Osiris, and you don't even have to run Osiris with Shu. I mean, it does work better for ultimate loopback, but you could run Hera, Hermes, and Osiris as a wind team, and Hermes gives you the wind resist down. You're getting the stacks up from Hera. Like, you're kind of cooking over there. So I mean, it's really just one of the biggest things about her. So if you're pulling for Hera, by all means, make sure you get her functor. Do not skip her functor. It is something that is a mandatory get if you are looking to get Hera. I've said this before when I talked about Hell, where I've said that sometimes you can't just run the Gen Zone unit functor, but no. You do not run Gen Zone functor with her. You want her specific functor. So if you've had some functor tickets, or if you have enough to make sure you guarantee a copy of the functor, do that. Don't try to dig deep into the pot for double S-ing her. While I do say double S-ing her is probably where most people are going to try to end up for that +2 in functor level, and then some people might even go further than just one copy of the functor. But still, make sure you get the unit first. Go back for functor, especially if we don't have the tickets. Like if you're just pulling on just currency, make sure you get one copy, grab functor, then go back for the unit. I've seen people try to go more copies for the unit before pulling the functor, and then they're like, well, I can't pull the functor now. So this is a little bit of advice from me to you. Get one copy first, go for the functor, because you only need 7 pulls for the functor. There's no 50-50 or no shaky concept that you have to worry about when it comes to the functor. So all you do is do a minimum of 7 pulls. If you might be getting even luckier than that, depending on your luck, and then you go back in for the SS copy of Hera. So for me, I have tickets only, really. That's most of my resources, so I'll just be using tickets. And I can't wait to actually put out the summer video for you guys, because I'm actually doing something pretty special with it, so make sure you guys check that out. Anyway, so all things considered, Hera's a must-get unit. I mean, I can't not say what has obviously been drilled into our minds since literally day 1 of Aether Gazer. Like I wasn't around day 1 of Aether Gazer, but literally every single video or every single person that talks about Hera, especially people who play on the CN side, I've held her in such high regards that I can't really say anything else but not to pull Hera. Like, I mean, of course you can try to be cheeky and make content without her, which is fine. That's completely fine. I've seen people say that they did not get Hera initially and they still did fine on content. It was just a little bit harder. So, again, but if you want the peak support of peak, this is it. This is it. This is the peak support of peak. So I don't really have to say like, you should only pull only if you, pull. You have 2k shifted stars to your name, pull. You have 200 to your name, pull now. Well, not now, but pull on the 11th when the game comes up after maintenance, I should say. But anyway, it's been your boy Jesting, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, by the way. I've been seeing a lot of you subscribe to the channel as of recently, so make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.